Okay, we're going to call the meeting back to order. If you haven't quite gotten your piece of cake yet, you may want to go ahead and do that. Or maybe even a second helping the barbecue. I think there may be a couple of pieces left on there. And if we could, I'd like to start the second part of our meeting here by recognizing our veterans. The McDougall family has had a long history of service to this country. And if you would, if you are a veteran and served in our armed forces here in the United States, would you please stand so we can recognize you? And the people and the families that have supported these veterans have made it possible for them to go and serve. So all of us have served a part of the service to our nation in the same way. So if you haven't had an opportunity yet to go over to see the food goodies over here and keep your name in the hat of the drawings, please be sure to do that. Also the banners are being assembled as we talk over there, so please go by and take a look at that. Everybody that brought special treats for the family today, thank you so much. I know Blackbone may have made Blackwoods may have made the meat for this meal, but all the treats that are on that table there were handmade or bought by our family members, and that's what makes it so special. To sit here, eat some of that, and then share around the tables. And as we were talking around the tables this afternoon, I heard a lot of stories from a lot of different parts of Texas and areas outside about how our family has intertwined with the memories of this state and all the things that have gone on in the history of Fredericksburg, the history of some of the other areas of our state. The McDougalls have been a big part of that. So thank you all for coming. Thank you for helping us celebrate that great heritage that we all share. So did you all enjoy the barbecue?
Thanks.
So treasurer's report, I think our balance runs somewhere around $4,000. Is that correct?
It's around, after the barbecue and the newsletter and stuff, we stand about 2,600.
Okay. So we're down to about 2,600. We're good. So as part of our get-together, we recognize each group family, each one of the branches of the family, to see how many representatives we have here present today from each one of the groups. So if you are part of the William family, would you please raise your hand?
What's over there?
What?
Laura. Yeah, Laura.
12, okay. I'll count her. 30 dozen. Brilliant.
Is that about 12 you said?
Okay, and John. I know we had John. All right.
Just two.
Okay, and just for show, Thomas.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to have to get my calculus out here.
I think we need a calculator.
Plus 3 points, right?
All right, 24. They doubled what William had. Oh my goodness. Alonzo.
There's 4 of us.
Mary Jane.
There were 2, but I think they've left.
Henry. And Matilda.
And 2 more, a little granddaughter and her mom are here too.
Over yonder in the playground.
On the playground.
did raise your hand.
Thank you. Emma.
Yeah, one behind you too.
Hello. Oh, wait. How you doing? I know that guy. All right, and Herman.
And two over there.
All right. That's each. That's wonderful.
It's nine.
Nine?
I thought I had it. Never mind, let's get that right.
Don't want to get anybody. You know, they count as family. So, as part of, after we recognize the groups, usually we have a little family bragging session. Where we kind of talk about things that have gone on in the clan over the past year. Things of merit, some of the new people that we've got in our family,
Births,
some of the special
or soon to be births.
or new, you know, that
In November, mid-November.
mid-November, a new McDougall Family Reunion attending this year. Gets to come and roll around next year. Beth, see if I can get Beth's attention. Beth, it's time.
Got some business.
Oh, you got business? Where's your dad?
My dad. Here.
I would like you to come to the mic if you would, Ryan. And reminisce, because some of us...
What if Beth organized that I don't know about?
Yeah, well, sometimes daughters do that for dads. So, Larry has been privileged to have been to one or two of our family reunions last week. Some of the earlier ones, and what I'd like to ask you to do is kind of give some of you that more recently, those of you that have been here more recently may not understand the process that used to be gone through to have a family reunion here. So, Larry, if you would kind of tell us a little bit about the process of the family reunion in the early days.
I'd like to ask first, did anyone go to any of the family reunions in the late 40s and early 50s? That's when I was 8 or 10 years old, and daughter Beth, I told them the stories this last night and this morning about how we'd go to the reunion, and you know, men and women had different roles in those days. And the men's role was to dig a trench and fill it with wood, start the fire for the barbecue, lay the grills down, cook the meat. The women brought all the side dishes and delicious stuff and desserts. And the men, of course, were pretty much drinking beer all day long. I mean, there's a little German streak in there anyway. So when it started to get dusk or nighttime, they break out their instruments, tubas, trombones, any kind of horn especially. And then the oompa music would start. And it was a lot of fun. The kids all day long were running wild, while the men and women, you know, caught up on each other and, you know, what the news of the day was, and just a lot of fun, a lot of humanity, and good times shared by all. Thanks. Mike, where'd you go?
I'm backing you up, Larry. So some of the things that occur at the reunion may have changed over the years, but I think the spirit of the McDougall family is still here and alive and well today. So thank you for sharing that, Larry. That's a good perspective. All right.
Is there anybody else?
Is there anybody else that has bragging that they would like to bring up?
I'm a third family, but my family has 8 children. My father's his mother was a McDougall. But we haven't had a family reunion. We always come to Texas. Most of there's only 3 of us stay in the San Antonio area. But the rest live all around the country. But last year we were able to finally do a reunion. We did in Dripping Springs, and we had over 35.
Wow.
Of just siblings.
It's that sibling, isn't that wonderful?
And their
Yeah.
family. So that's the largest we have. But we were trying to plan it a really McDougall.
So that you can, yeah.
Yeah, we were here, my parents. But, so that was nice to have a large reunion and their partners.
Well,
They do their best to.
Coordinate. Yes, it is fun to see this happen, and then we have done that, I know in the past, we had just my dad's family, immediate brothers, and all their children, that was awesome. It is a blessing. We're very blessed to be able to do that. Thank you. Anyone else? Yes.
Sorry. I was gonna say, sorry, I'm Rachel of the Herman family here, and my husband is actually the blood relative. And I was just gonna say that he was just telling us at the table here about a few years back, he randomly met someone that he knew in high school here that had married into our large family, and did not know that, and so that was a fun thing. And then last year we were lucky to meet another person in the Herman clan, and we see him up at our HEB in Austin now, and he gives us a big wave and he says, "Cousins!" And sometimes it takes us a minute, like, "Oh yes." But that's always that's a fun time. So.
This family has a lot of connections all over the state of Texas, and you all. So I guess the advice would be, don't say anything bad about any relative or family member, no matter who you're talking to, because you're probably related, if they come from anywhere around Fredericksburg.
So I grew up in the 60s and 70s, and we were meeting out at Clinton Park. How many were at Clinton? Okay. Yeah, and so I remember a couple things. One, I'm from Matilda's family. She would always waltz. I think maybe that was the first dance. There was always an oompa band. Hugo Klenner, who was a relative, also the sheriff, kept us all safe and from doing anything wrong. He would be there. And I remember my mom would say, there's Milton Crinwelge, his wife Mickey, and her sister Waldine, right? And every year my mother would say, those are the prettiest women in all of Texas. Right? Yeah, that's true. And so then we went to Turner Hall for several years, and then came out Lady Bird, I believe. Is that right? Okay. Now, C.W. McDougall was the head guy for the longest time. Anyway, that's my memory. And all my great aunts and uncles, and Terry, who is also here and hadn't been here in a while, they were all out at the Kleiner Park. Oh, and in the late 70s, when I was at Texas A&M, it never occurred to me until then that McDougall was not a German name. I really did not, because everybody spoke German, the Oompa band, and then I figured, oh yeah, it was the other side, the married, the mom language.
And the truth being that we had one Scotsman, but I think everything else was pretty much German. And in my father's family, born on the Crabapple Creek over in Willis City in 1922, he only spoke German at home. He went to elementary school, first grade school, in a one-room schoolhouse to learn to speak English. So that was as recently as 1922. That German language is ingrained.
Yeah. Mike, I got one for you. You brought up Kleiner Park. Give you a little history on that one from what I can remember. We used to go out to Kleiner Park because my mother was a clown. Anyway, when that place closed down and it was being sold, whoever had it, my mom called me up and she said, I got an okay to get one of the tables from Planter Park. And they were old cement slabs, I don't know if you remember. And a little bit of history around that, they went out, they made some forms, they put some feed sacks down and poured cement on it. You can still see the feed sacks on the bottom side. So I went out there with my mom, and he said, yeah, get whatever you want. And I was looking at that and I said, well, we can get this one if we can get in there. And to this day, I don't know how. Me and my father and a couple other buddies got that thing loaded up on a trailer, took it to my mom and dad's house. They're both deceased now. But it's still there, and I put it back on cement blocks. So we still got one table in the family from Planter Park.
That was a special time, I guarantee you. All right, so part of our tradition is to give away some special gifts at the reunion. Nancy, if you would grab the bag there. So we'll start with the youngest attendees at the reunion this year. A little boy and a little girl. Well, and whether we know if it's a boy or girl or not, we'll have to come back next year to find out. So I thought I heard what I'm pretty sure was the youngest McDougall boy here. So I'm not sure. Dad?
You're getting a prize.
So your son's getting a
So
prize.
your son is getting a prize, but you can bring him. So the youngest attendee at the 101st family reunion.
Oh, thank you.
And now for the youngest girl. I thought I saw. 4 years old. Is any girl younger than 4? Not. Okay. Lily? Okay.
Lily.
Lily? Lily. Okay. Right now, as we were talking about the McDougall family being spread far and wide, we have the traveling gift for who came the farthest for the reunion this year. So did anybody come from further away than Dallas in Texas? Okay, Larry, where'd y'all come from?
What's that?
How far did you travel?
Larimore, Oklahoma. It's about 400 miles, 300.
All right, I don't know, Oklahoma? Being a good Aggie, UT and Oklahoma may not count. Okay, anybody come from farther away than Oklahoma? Well, Larry, I think you probably would want this to be reversed.
Well, for the record, I am not an Oklahoma fan.
There you go. All right, you're a good listener.
Thank you.
You are welcome. And then we have the plaque here that love grows here, and in the McDougall clan, love always grows here. And this one we award to the oldest attendee at the reunion. So I know that to be qualified for this, you're going to have to be older than 80, older than 85. How many people here do we have that are older than 85? Geraldine? Yeah. All right, so 3. All right, then older than 90. There you go. All right, and older than 95. just for Melinda. And I happen to know that she might be 98, so she may not know. She hasn't been to all 98 reunions. So we have a few games. What we're going to start with. All right, Nancy, why don't you do the chronological first? So we're going to line up, as you've heard the oldest and you've heard the youngest. We're going to do a game called Generations, and let's see if we can get lined up in age sequence without saying anything.
Yes, chronological lineup. And we're going to see if we can do it in 10 minutes. I mean,
Your guess?
we'll let you do one verbal.
Yeah. Okay.
So starting in, if the youngest doesn't want to stand by him or herself and wants to stand with their parents, that's okay too. Youngest here, oldest way back there.
Oh, wow.
Okay? No talking from this point on.
No talking?
No talking. You can use your
Oh, you can
fingers.
use sign language?
You can use sign language. It's totally nonverbal. And we're going to time you. Ready? Somebody got a timer on your phone. All right, begin.
So are we counting dog years?
Probably have to
I don't think you can
Because y'all didn't want to stand out in the sun.
Are we done? Okay. All right. When I point to you, say your age out loud.
9,
9.
10, 11,
Who's got it down pat?
12, 13, 16, 22, 35,
37.
46.
49 for the dog. 44. Maybe 25.
48.
50.
60s are over there. 50s are over here. Yeah, we're 50s.
Raise your hand if you're in your 50s. Raise your hand if you're in your 60s. Raise your hand if you're in your 70s. Raise your hand if you're in your 80s. 90s. You did pretty darn good. And it's much less than 10 minutes. Oh, really? All right, everybody take your seats.
Okay, so that has proven a couple of things. That sometimes McDougalls don't always follow the rules, but we have excellent results. All right, so we are ready for our second game. Go ahead and get back to your tables and we'll pass out the bingo cards. Okay, we can have somebody from each table to come up here and get bingo cards for your whole table. We'll get one card for each person at the table. I need one person from each table to come up and get bingo cards for everyone at the table. Now this isn't your plain old grandma's bingo. This is McDougall family bingo. So it's a little different. So we're going to play blackout bingo. Y'all know what blackout is? You got to cover every single square. And as you get your card, start reading what's on the squares. Don't get to write anything quite yet. You just read some of them. Somebody that owns you're going to have to get the signature from a person that meets the requirements of that square. So you're going to have to visit among folks from other tables and to ask questions.
On your mark. Get set. What am I supposed to do? You're supposed to find somebody to sign every block. And when we have a winner, it'll be only for bragging rights, but the first person to get their whole board covered, okay?
I got the free space.
On your mark, get set, go.
So I'm going to get a zoom in on one of these sheets, if you don't mind.
You ever see a nice Alexander here? All right, I'm sorry. You ever see the people?
See who?
Or from?
Oh, no, I think this is the first year. Did you have a chance to talk to them?
Didn't find them.
Oh. I wonder if they came or not.
They picked up their bag.
Got it?
Oh, yeah.